I'm Tim Adkins, and this is your daily headlines for Saturday, August 21st, 2021. The U.S. Embassy in Afghanistan is warning Americans of increased security risk for street travel in the capital city of Kabul ahead of the arrival of Taliban leadership, and to not attempt to come to the airport unless you receive individual instructions from a U.S. government representative to do so. The warning was issued Saturday due to increased security threats, but did not say what those threats were. The statement did say, however, that, quote, "We will contact registered U.S. citizens as the security situation changes to provide further instructions," unquote. The AP is reporting that one unnamed U.S. official said that small groups of Americans and possibly other civilians will be given specific instructions on what to do, including movement to transit points and where they can be gathered up by the military and then safely escorted to the airport. The U.S. deadline to have all military evacuated by August 31st is only days away, and the Taliban's assurances of not attacking fleeing Americans only extends to that date. Europeans are fearful the growing crisis in Afghanistan will lead to a rush of refugees seeking asylum in their countries, not unlike what occurred during the Serbian conflict of 2015. That crisis, many fear, is what led to the rise in far-right political movements throughout Europe, including Great Britain's vote to exit the European Union. However, so far there has been only a minor uptick in reported crossings of borders by people fleeing Afghanistan. Several states across the nation are seeing an unprecedented rise in COVID-19 cases and their variants. Alabama, Louisiana, Georgia, Kansas, Texas, and Florida are all seeing the number of cases at or even above the worst levels during the initial wave of the pandemic. Many of these states are reporting hospitals at, near, and even in some cases over capacity. The U.S. Food and Drug Administration will be granting full approval for the Pfizer-BioNTech vaccine expected in the next week. Officials are hoping this will remove one of the major barriers to getting people to take the vaccine, that it was rushed for approval and therefore potentially harmful. The Pfizer vaccine will be the first of the vaccines to receive full approval from the FDA. Hurricane Henri continues on its path towards the U.S. mainland along the northeast coast. Henri is expected to come ashore along the eastern tip of Long Island sometime Sunday afternoon before continuing on to the coast of Connecticut by Sunday evening. Currently, Henri has sustained winds of 75 miles per hour and is moving north-northeast at 17 miles per hour. Forecasters are expecting Henri to decrease in strength before reaching land. In other news, NASA's Perseverance rover will attempt to gather another core sample from a rock following the failure of the previous attempt. NASA engineers have determined that the initial failure was due to an incorrect estimation of the solidity of the rock they attempted to sample. The rover team plans to drive the rover to another rock more suitable for the rover's rock sampler. The Perseverance rover weighs over a ton and is the size of a small SUV. Having landed on Mars in a first for NASA, it being the largest to ever reach the fourth planet, its mission now is to collect up to 35 samples of Martian rocks in preparation for an ambitious sample return plan for sometime in the 2030s. The Perseverance rover will drop the samples it collects in specially designed containers on the Martian surface. These containers will then be collected at a later date by a rover designed specifically for the task that will then launch back into space with the samples and carry them back to Earth. As always, we'll keep you posted as these stories and other news develop. We'll see you on Monday. I'm Tim Adkins, and this has been your Daily Headline News.